Revelation 3738. From the 7th of April 1946. God's intervention of the unbelievers because of whoever does not want to accept the gospel which I send to people through you should not try to force it upon him, for if his free will does not become active, if he does not have the will from within to live in the pure truth, my word will also fail to have an effect, and it will not sound any different than any other spoken word and is therefore also without strength. Where the will for truth is lacking, little success can be recorded, yet great earthly adversity can cause this will to become active, just as it can, on the other hand, cause people to completely deny me. And there will always be a battle between people who strive towards the truth and those who reject the truth, and the latter will outnumber the former. For my adversary is constantly intent on extinguishing all light, and he will work particularly fiercely where there is a source of light, and his activity will clearly become apparent. People themselves could certainly make his activity impossible through their resistance, but they would have to get the strength for it from my word if they wanted to resist, yet they cannot muster this will. What is offered to people from me is so bright and clear and recognizable to every serious examiner as truth. However, a lack of will to examine and compliancy to my adversary's whisperings also makes people's thinking weak and incapable of judgment. And my Spirit's working is not recognized because it does not want to be recognized. The will to reject my word is stronger than the will to examine it. And then every word will be in vain for you. Then only the last possibility remains to break this strong counter-will by manifesting myself in the way previously announced to you. If this last resort fails to have an effect, then people can never be guided into truth, and then the path to beatitude is also closed to them, for their will is free and I do not force it. However, I irrevocably apply the last resort, for my word is truth, and I also want to prove the truth of my word to the unbelievers. But this proof will be very painful and end the lives of countless people on earth, whose souls will then have to continue the spiritual battle in the beyond with more or less difficulty. And if the individual's will is not completely hard and turned away from me, this last intervention by me can still bring about a change of will. And this is why I also carry it out. Because every individual soul is dear to me and I want to save it from ruin, because I still want to give every individual soul the opportunity to detach itself from the opposing power and to recognize me and my working in my intervention. For this realization is the start of the transformation which the soul can then continue on earth or in the beyond with faster success, because its resistance is broken and it can accept my supply of strength if it desires such. The hard will of many people needs a hard school, and for their sake I will express myself as soon as the hour has come which I have determined since eternity. Amen.